If only the amount of force that the government used to crush the youth uprising is anything to go by, then there is no excuse why the government and its intelligence department cannot apprehend the perpetrators of violence in our backyard.
The standoff between Ruto's regime and the church is taking eminence as some leaders are now saying that the politics of favoritism or tokenism are taking center stage. This has been occasioned by just the other day when President Ruto gave 5 million shillings in one church and also another 5 million shillings in another church, at least according to Kithure Kindiki, and also Kindiki gave out 2 million shillings. That a total of 12 million shillings that ought to have used somewhere else. Let us see these as the President William Samoei Ruto donates this money to the churches, even as the church continues criticizing the government of abductions, extrajudicial killings, false promises, and a culture of lies.
So hiyo nyumba ya father pale wanaisanda, sawa, utakuja kuniona Monday ama Tuesday, takutafutia shilingi milioni 5.
Kwa hivyo sisi ile tuko nayo ni kutoa nini? Sadaka. Wengine wametoa na hata mimi nikubaliwe nitoe nini? Ya kujenga headquarters. Mambo ya Harambee tungojee sheria ile itatengenezwa ya kutusaidia. Sisi kama tumeelewana. Na washukuru wote ambao wametoa sadaka. Mimi nimetumwa na sadaka ya rais ya shilingi milioni 5. Na watu wa press vile tumesikizana, sadaka ndio tunatoa. Mambo ya Harambee we are waiting for the law. Na mimi niko na sadaka pia, hata kama nilikuwa nimebeba sadaka ya mkubwa wangu, na mimi nasindikisha hiyo sadaka na sadaka yangu binafsi ya shilingi milioni 2.
Gavana wa Mushomba has also weighed in an interview during the Citizen TV station, whereby he said that this politics of tokenism is taking a center stage and it does not augur well with the nation.
We have migrated from leadership, political leadership, to tokenism. And that is the reason why you see us, members of parliament, senators, behaving the way we are behaving. Because the current government has just decided that political favoritism is the order of the day. And now we are all going to be waiting for the president to come to your constituency for a church service, for you to get a token that you should ideally get through parliamentary budget process. And it is very sad. It is actually a fallacy for a president to stand on the rooftop of his vehicle and look like he was laughing at the people of Soweto because of their road, telling them that your road looks like as difficult as that one of going to heaven. I mean, how can a whole president talk like that? And he's the CEO. He's the one who is supposed to be actually reprimanding the county government and his government on why this road looks like this. And the money he gave in church, for heaven's sake, it's good to give in church. But I think we are also overdoing. I mean, when you give to one church 5 million shillings, yet there is a small village in Githunguri where we cannot even deliver our milk to the collection center. And we only need that 5 million shillings to do that small road. I mean, something is not right.
I think we've gone round full circle. I'm sort of feeling like we are living in the dark era. Only this era seems to be total eclipse. If we refer to the KANU era as dark era, it was partial darkness. This is the total eclipse. This is a terrible time. We have a constitution which is being disregarded. Rights are being violated right, left, and center. people being abducted by ununiformed officers or thugs, we don't know, who don't give you their names, and information coming through, reliable information, that is a special force outside of the police force, having both select police officers, mainly from Dr. Ruto's ethnic group, some from the army, and even foreigners, I would say foreign.
A conglomerate of churches such as the Anglican and also the PCA have come clean and also joined the Catholic bishops by supporting their statements that used to criticize the government, and now they are saying no amount of intimidation will make them back down, and if things persist, they might even call a nationwide session whereby they use it to curse the leaders who are taking this nation down to its knees.
They should go slow on their attack on the Catholic bishops and the church leaders whenever we speak against corruption in this country. We are soon going to call for a national prayer to call all corrupt people into account, and for those who fail, we will courageously declare a curse upon them, because they are the people that are denying Kenyans what they rightfully deserve.
If only the amount of force that the government used to crush the youth uprising is anything to go by, then there is no excuse why the government and its intelligence department cannot apprehend the perpetrators of violence in our backyard.
We are not actually pleading. We cannot and will never be cowed into silence. Kenya belongs to all of us.
Now, away from the church, the culture of corruption is becoming detrimental to the growth of Kenya's economy, as the CS for Treasury, that is John Mbadi, affirms that there is embezzlement of public funds by leaders, which is a culture that needs to change. Let us listen in as to CS Treasury John Mbadi says this.
Some of us steal money here, we go to Tanzania, we invest it there. Because when we invest it in Kenya, it will be more visible. You also bring money from Tanzania, some of it by road, na magari, mnapitia mnakuja hapa Kenya, you start constructing buildings around here. That is what we do. So if we are stealing 2 billion per day, assuming we reduce the theft, we don't want to stop it, we just say, okay, if you have been stealing 1,000, please steal only 500 shillings. If you have been stealing 100,000, steal 50,000. If there could be that, I don't know whether to call it conscious decision, but if there could be such a decision, ridiculous as it sounds, we would be saving 1 billion shilling per day, which would accumulate to 365 billion shillings. That is more than the external borrowing.
Thanks for watching. If you are watching from our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press notification button so anytime that we are live, you'll be the very first person to be notified, or anytime that we upload our content. If you're watching from our Facebook page, kindly follow our Facebook page for regular updates. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in DURB Radio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzima.